Hey, welcome to another episode of Palmtrees in Progress presents on NBC, KCAA, 102.3 FM, 106.5 FM, and 1050 AM in the Inland Empire and worldwide on all streaming platforms. I'm your host, Erick Osario, and joined with us as always is the better half of the show, Andrew Berkeley, Big Dog Tavares. How's it going, man? How you doing?
Uh-oh.
Oh, wait, let me do this again. How's it going, man? How you doing?
It's going good, dude. You're cutting out there. I don't know what.
You know what? I think I was peeking over here on my end as an audio engineer. I should have known that, but how's it sounding now?
You sound good. You sound good now.
Yeah, you know what? Thanks, because I've been doing like vocal exercises and stuff. So it's nice to hear that they're working and I sound good. And we have the pleasure of Jose Gaetan Luis. Oh, let me do this. You know what? I think let's try this one more time. Yo.
Hello. There it is.
There it is. Hey, want to say
brother?
thanks again for taking the time and being a part of the show, man. Man, we got two co-hosts now. This is kind of rocking and rolling a little bit better.
My oh my.
So when I'm nice and stoned
And this
in
guy
my
actually shows up.
I'm waiting for my W-4, dude. Waiting just to write it off.
I've been waiting for my business cards, man. It takes a while over there.
Oh, yep, that's on me. And as always, we got a great show planned for the listeners. We'll be going over some news articles as well as chopping it up and, talk about some recent viral videos that we, watched. But before that, we'll be introducing our guest, music and visual artist 4DHXH, otherwise known as the Fourth Dimensional Hitchhiker.
Yes, sir.
And we're going to be playing a couple of jams off of his newest release, Fade into Depths, which I do believe is available on all streaming platforms. Let me get that.
Yes.
That's a confirmation to,
Fade into Depths is
Fade
actually a
into Depths.
collaboration album between me and Kid Process. 4DHXH is pronounced for those who don't know. Very strange pronunciation, but anyone who gets it right.
I'm
they
sorry
are
that I butchered it.
amazing. No, you're good. You spelled it out, which is actually really good.
All right,
I
we'll be
appreciate you.
Oh, of course. And then that too, where they do find it at, it's going to be 4D HX HXH.
Yes.
Available on-
Spelled
type
out.
that in,
4DHXH. Thank you very much.
Of course, man. And thanks for taking the time and being part of the show. We're stoked to get into some of your new music. But before that, let's chop it up a little bit and go over some kind of stuff. There's a couple cool news articles, a couple things that Luis wanted to cover. What's going on? What do we covered?
You tell me, dude.
Did you guys see my haircut?
You know what?
I saw him getting fresh on the stream thing. And he had his hands going on his fade.
Listeners of the show, make sure you guys watch it at kcaaradio.com live or at a later date. Check it out on YouTube. And Palmtrees in Progress presents. Andrew's looking fresh. You got a sick little cut. What did you go to Supercuts for that? Would you go to Supercuts?
Actually, worse, dude. I went to the backyard with my dad.
Oh, dude. Pop still got it.
He's been cutting me. I got clippers for Valentine's Day, and so he's been cutting my hair since February. But I was looking. I'm like, man, is this side a lot higher than this side? And I'm thinking, yeah, that's kind of what's getting my attention.
You know what, viewers and listeners,
This may come up pretty good.
Go to our Instagram and we'll take a screenshot of Andrew's face, and we want you to tell us if the fade's even or not.
I feel like it's like this.
You get what you pay for, baby.
There you go.
You know what? Exactly. I love it.
Yeah.
No, it was a good time. But other than that, yeah, let's catch up. That's what I was doing. I was looking in the screen and just going,
Yeah, wait a minute.
Like,
Okay, so you know what? I want to hop into this first subject we were talking about a little before the show, and in the group chat, the Angels tickets that you just sent.
Yeah.
Go off about that. Let's go. Why don't you go off?
I'm just saying, dude, speaking of getting what you pay for, any other day,
Ouch.
dude, $3 seats, $7 seats. But then the boys in blue come to town and all of a sudden, $125 seats. I think they're being exploited a
but
little
don't act like that's normal. That's
It's
normal for you guys.
Yeah, but come on, man. That's like, you're going to,
So
what
now
do
you're gonna
they call it
complain
again?
that You have to drive.
What's that place called? Monster Jam Stadium?
Yeah, I think so. Harvest Central Spot. You know what I mean? That as well.
Now, only don't you don't have to drive the hour 45.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
How much is parking at Dodgers? I'm a little curious.
$30?
Oh, okay.
If you do it beforehand. If not, it's like 50 at the gate, I believe.
Yeah, I was pretty bummed when the Angel Stadium went up to $20. I think about like up until 2 years ago, it was $10 still, right, Andrew?
It was. I mean, I still park at the $10 one behind the train tracks. That's
Oh,
where I park. It's my go-to.
Where Hooters used to be, right? Hooters used to be right around that area. Oh man, it's a good
Sometimes
spot.
you get it for $5. It's either $5 or $10. I don't mind. I
Pay
don't
more
mind the
for
walk.
parking than the tickets.
Yeah,
I heard
it's
the
crazy.
hot dogs are more than the parking.
I was thinking about this when you sent that screenshot. When you sent the screenshot of the stadium, I'm like, man. I was like, it's so cool that with a $20 bill, I could buy an Angel ticket. I could buy a 12-ounce beer there, and still have some change left over.
Let's go, man. Yeah, you know what? It's funny enough. Me and Andrew were both at the Angel Stadium this past Saturday. No, I was there Saturday and Sunday. Yeah, I was there both days. Missed the Friday day where they gave out a Rally Monkey hand puppet. I was really bummed out about that. And I have a 9-year-old. She would have kept her own. I would have been stoked for my own as well. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be like, oh, it was awesome, gift for her. She would have got her own. And I would have been stoked for it. And so Sunday was a pretty funny day. It was the D23 was in town. Or the like Disney...
yeah.
I don't know.
The convention?
Yeah. So they were giving out a Mickey Mouse Angels collaborative bobblehead on Sunday with purchase of ticket for the first 26,000 people. I got there like 15 minutes before the game started. Already sold out. I mean, already all given out.
I thought you were gonna say they had 10,000 left over.
No, I knew because I was coming off the freeway and I was like, uh-oh. The higher stands are too filled up. I was here at a 6:30 p.m. game without beating the heat the night before. I mean, it was chill. It was chill. I don't want to give Luis that, but yeah, I instantly knew. I was like, oh man, all these Disney heads. I don't want to use any derogatory terms, but Disney heads I knew they were going to get there. Mets and Angels were playing. It was funny. I heard a married couple behind us. I was telling Andrew this. They came in behind us, and the wife was so bummed out that they didn't have the Mickey Mouse Angels little bobblehead. She was like, "So we came here for nothing then?" Dude,
A
ladies,
Disneyland adult is a special variety of person.
yeah, you got to watch out.
Sure.
I mean, I don't know if anyone's, I don't know if you're on Tinder or any of that stuff, but you got to look out for that kind of stuff. I had
flag immediately.
Yeah, exactly. I had friends from OC that were on Tinder, and I asked them like, "Oh, how's it, or whatever dating social media sites." I was like, "Oh, how's that working over here?" And they said, "Oh, it's fine, but basically any girl that we match with, in their bio, it says you have to have a Disneyland pass, be a pass holder, and for a date."
Yikes.
Which I was like, wow, mad bougie. But I mean, for a woman and going on a date with strangers off of like the internet, that's a pretty safe place to go. Like I did think, I was like, all right, okay, I get it. Like,
Unless they go on one of the rides.
oh no, you know what? I did do a single rider one time at the Cars ride, and I got groped. I'll tell you that right now. But we don't have to get into that. We're having a good show.
That's funny. Have you ever tried online dating?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Andrew, you ever done it?
No.
Really? You know what's funny, dude? I had a buddy, and we'll keep his name
I
anonymous.
have friends too.
Yeah. Dude, he got on that online dating game years ago, dude. I'm talking like probably 15, 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And we used to make fun of him, right? We're like, come on, bro. But then when you really break it down, like people like that, like, hey, you have to have a Disney. Dude, this guy golfed, right? So he's like, hey, I'm an avid golfer. I golf 3 times a week, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
So dude, he ended up marrying a girl that golfs, likes sports. And I'm like, dude, this guy broke the code a long time ago, dude.
Let's go. Yeah. I mean, honestly, when I was on the dating apps and stuff like that, it's like you're not getting rejected, as opposed to like going out at a bar and like seeing a chick and like, oh, I'm gonna go talk to her, and then getting rejection. But like you don't know how many chicks are out there just to have a good time with their homegirls or just to party.
Yeah.
When you're there on the dating apps, you're like, okay, well, everyone that's matching with me, I'm for sure. We all want the same thing,
right?
Whether it be a short-term hookup or whatever, or long-term companionship. Yeah. And it's always a good. It's always been pretty easy, I guess. Funny now though, my lady I've known since high school. We were at senior year together, what was it, economics? Either economics or American government. But we saw each other back on the apps too. Like we always follow each other on social media, but we were like, oh, saw match on there, and then slid in each other's Instagram. We're like, what's up, dude?
So back on the prowl.
I'm lost in this math. I thought you were 9 years older than her.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was his second year, his super senior year, dude.
Oh my god.
Andrew, at a family party, Andrew was telling everyone that, and the best part was Carissa, Andrew's sister, was like, "Are you really like 19?" To her, she's like, and then also what hurt me was like, because that doesn't surprise me anymore. If Erick's gonna pull a 19-year-old and bring them to a family party, and I was like, oh, I think
Sneaking
that's
her beers.
yeah. Exactly. Here's a Coors Light, sweetheart.
I was wondering why he kept putting the Pepsi koozie thing around it. Every time he gave her a drink, it was like a Pepsi. I'm like, why are you giving her Pepsis?
All she wanted was a Pepsi, bro. Oh man. Pepsi. Yeah. What was the most expensive
Let's
ticket
get
you saw
into
at the
it,
Angel
man.
Stadium?
Oh,
It's something ridiculous. It's like something.
I thought
behind
I saw
home plate.
$1,000, right?
Yeah, behind. I don't know what they call that, like right behind home plate, whatever those seats. Is it Lexus? The Lexus seat suite?
Oh yeah. Lexus Diamond Club. I've been
There
there
you
one
go.
time. I went there one time, and I want to shout out KCA Radio and my boss Mark Westwood. He gave me those tickets last year. It must have been last season. Gave me the best seats I've ever had going to Angels game. And I grew up going to Angels Stadium in the games all the time. It was right behind home plate at the Lexus Diamond. Andrew, we were there that same day. I was really drunk and I met up with you guys.
Do you remember trying to grab that? I think you were trying to grab someone's blanket or something.
Oh no! They were giving out. They were giving out a Ducks Anaheim jersey, right? They were giving out a Ducks and Anaheim jersey, Angels jersey. It was a little collaborative thing, and we got there late as well, and so we didn't get any. Andrew and his pops, I think your whole the fam didn't get any either, right? So we were talking, and I was just like, I was pretty drunk, and there's like people walking by, so I was like low-key like trying to grab it out of their hands while they were
and
walking
just tried
by.
snagging one.
And people were like, "Are you?"
Looks back at him like.
Yeah.
He looked back at
Eric
it.
got offended.
He looked back.
Eric got offended. He was like, "What, bro?" He's like, "Come on." And I'm just like,
Hey, funny enough, like I said, I got there late. I ended up with some freaking bobblehead, bro. I'm telling you, I got one Mickey Mouse bobblehead from the day. I will send a photo and put it on our Instagram.
That's funny.
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. Not saying how I got it, but I got one, and that's pretty soaked. We're pretty soaked.
Quick little tip.
Go off, please.
So I just found out that Carl Strauss across the street.
Mm-hmm.
So if you pay $20, it used to be if you paid $20 and you got you had a receipt from Carl Strauss, you get your money back for your parking.
Yeah.
But now what they're doing is when you pay your $20, you get a $20 credit off your bill at Carl Strauss. So I mean, you can still pay the $20
Basically
parking,
free then?
or you can go inside and get two beers.
Have you gone to Golden Road?
I haven't gone to Golden Road. Sorry, these are tips.
I'm curious to know though.
Yeah.
What is actually behind the co-host? Because I feel like it's a green screen background.
Nope.
I'm curious.
Nope.
He's like, that's a real building.
Seattle, bro.
Yeah. It's perpetually cloudy over there. It's
Yeah.
Like there's just no lighting. Okay.
It's just no mood. You know?
Golden Road
I
kind of has
see.
the same kind of deal. I don't want to make Luis go fall asleep again, but I will
He's
say
just jealous, man.
No, I actually have
jealous.
I actually have an Angel. I might have told you guys this. I don't know if I told you guys on the air, but so my company did a outing at Angel Stadium, right? So we got to use the batting cages and all that.
Oh, sick.
And my wife showed
My
off
wife.
again. Yeah, just
Okay, boy.
ridiculous. Yeah, bro, it was horrible. So we used the one. They did it 2 years in a row. So 1 year it was the visitor side cages, and then the second year we did the home side, right? So they're like, yeah, just grab a bat, get some, whatever. And I start putting on these gloves, right? And there's a guy, security. He's like, hey, you can't touch those. And I looked down, dude. There were Mike Trout's batting gloves, and they're all lined up, dude. There was like this whole thing lined up. Yeah. So I was like, man, dude.
You think they would have done better precautionary stuff to keep Mike Trout's gloves not for like the common folk. Like you're peasant,
Right. Yeah, the people there. So. But
He's more than a peasant. He's a Theo.
yeah.
There you go,
Good place.
T.O. peasant.
So yeah, that's my Angel Stadium.
That's pretty
story.
awesome. You know what? Let's get into one of these songs, and then we'll come back and chop it up about some news articles, anything about the Olympics, or we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. But let's go. Which song do you want to listen to? We got "Woe Is Me," "Cherish Clean," or "22 A.M."
Let's do "Cherish" first. That's one of the singles that came out more recently.
All right, we're gonna do "Cherish," which is available on all streaming platforms. Off of the newest album. What is it? What's the album?
Well, so "Cherish" is actually, it came out as a single between me and Kid Process.
Let's go.
But we'll play the one off of "Fade into Depths" in just a bit. For now, we'll play that single just so y'all can get a little smooth introduction to some of my music here.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Now I'm standing on business as I'm out this dimension. You're just seeking attention. That is not my intention. Tell me how we gonna cherish from the days we met until the days we gon' perish. Tell me how we gonna cherish from the days we met until the days we gon' perish. Tell me how we gonna cherish from the days we met until the days we gon' perish. Tell me how we gonna cherish from the days we met until the days we gon' perish. I am at a point where my flow has been unleashed. Now I can compete with the living go elites. I can sense the envy cause your steez is hella weak. So don't you come at me unless you want your future bleak. I don't need to around. When you see me, you duck it down. I don't need no 100 rounds. I just came in with the hardest sound. Wait, go, get in my zone. This ain't a joke. Watching you fold. Sticking to cold when times get cold. Keeping my soul in the comatose. Whoa, Wild West. That's why you think I'm a mess. Now go, you see me less. Now you think that I'm against. Whoa, Wild West. That's why you think I'm a mess. No go, you see me less. Now you think that I'm against you. Wait, I don't need that. Unless you want my luscious body, you can with, but I'm curving, even in person. I just need a beat, and I'm gonna murk it. Wait, I don't need that. Unless you want my luscious body, you can with, but I'm curving, even in person. I just need a beat, and I'm gonna murk it. Now I'm standing on business as I'm out this dimension. You're just seeking attention. That is not my intention. Tell me how we gonna cherish from the days we met until the days we gon' perish. Tell me how we gonna cherish from the days we met until the days we gon' perish. Tell me how we gonna cherish from the days we met until the days we gon' perish. Tell me how we gonna cherish from the days we met until the days we gon' perish.
You are tuned in to Palmtrees in Progress Presents on NBC KCAA. That was Cherish from our artist 4DHXH on all streaming platforms. Let's see. Let him give the correct pronunciation one more time.
Yes, one more time.
My rap name's gonna be Gratata. I don't know if you guys
Gotta figure out how to spell that one first. Dude.
Yeah. I gotta figure out how to spell anything first, second of all. But yeah, that was awesome, man. Great stuff. And you said that it was a single with collaborative with the producer, I assume.
Yes, this producer named Kid Process. He's a youngin. He's barely 21 years old, about to have his first child.
Oh, congrats, kid.
Yes,
Parrish.
Congrats to
Yo, that's a nice
Dad
beat too.
Process
Shout
now.
out. Yeah. That's
But
right.
yeah, Kid Process. Yeah, I've came across him when he was relatively young. He was I think he was just out of high school basically, and he was my friend
Sounds
was
like
selling
my
a
dating
shirt.
scene.
Oh gosh. My oh my. So my
you
friend
say
was
it.
selling a shirt to him, and then he came across me, and I showed him some of the music. And he showed me a beat. He was like, "Oh, no one has actually collaborated or hopped on this specific beat that he was working on." So I was all like, let me take a look. And I heard, and my mind was blown. I'm like, this person actually cooked up something really decent, and no one hopped on this. For sure, I'm hitting this one up. So I ended up recording over that one, and that was a small catalyst to what ended up becoming this album. And he just actually released this album today because he had issues with the distribution, so he actually ended up remastering all his albums. So
Taylor's Way style.
Hey you.
Yeah, so he just put it out. This album is called Afterlife. If you go and search up Kid Process, you'll find a bunch of songs with me and him, and it's off this album called Afterlife. So he put that out there, and basically ever since then, ever since I really started working with him, and had my own scuffles, my own studio kind of fall apart, and all these things and whatnot, he kind of helped prop a good portion of my career, even when I was kind of falling off of the music scene for a little bit, because I had to dial it down for some time, especially to more or less find myself or stay off of the socials. So once once he was more like really just like on my head about really improving my music, it was that's what came out of it. So Cherish was one of those songs that was just like, one of the few songs that really got me enjoying the recording process once again,
Yeah, so that was some nice stuff, man. And it's funny. We were speaking last week about how it sucks as being like a musical artist or an artist in any kind of lane. Nowadays, you do have to be heavy on like social media, which is exhausting. Let alone being on social media. Let alone having like promote and push stuff, and like Andrew knows all his TikTok dances. Why don't you show him a little bit? One you did this one, and then like that or something like that. It was pretty cool, dude.
What's the one where you go like,
right?
You know what, dude? Are we going viral? That was pretty sick.
And I already liked dancing to begin with, because I was more like a little break dancer on the side type of thing. But I just don't really display that online as much. I kind of just. I'll probably implement that in like some music videos.
Looking forward to it, by the way.
Yeah, and there's a more recent music video, Mindscape. I just pull out some moves out of thin air.
Look it up, guys. Mindscape.
But yeah, Mindscape. Yeah, and and I remember even when performing at shows, I would pull a pin drop, like one of those type of moves on people. So sometimes I'll just throw a move that shocks somebody and then keep going with it, because it's just the energy that we put out there, with the whole content creation and such, because I know it's consistently stressed upon artists such as myself who are just on the come up, and I know in a sense how essential it is, but on the other hand, I recognize that it doesn't have to always be that. You have to be out there connecting with people even before the music it lands on their hands, because the majority of people in the social media landscape are generally cold audience, so they might just scroll right past it, even if they view it, So you got to keep that in mind. So that's why you have to connect with a lot of people beforehand, regardless. That's why it's like, even with building with the radio station or the radio scenes in general, like just being able to be a real person first and foremost will get you to that level to where people want to see more of that. Fall in love with your personality first.
Yeah, heck yeah, I definitely. And you did bring up the breakdancing and all that. Did you watch anything? They showed that in the Olympics yet? The breakdancing?
I've heard.
I know it's supposed
that.
to be
I
out
heard
there.
they were supposed to cancel it though too. So I don't
really?
know what's up with that.
Oh, dude.
That sounds
is that what
pretty
you heard
cool.
too?
No, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen anything.
Yeah, Jabberwockies, give us a call.
Oh, shout out Jabberwockies.
Let us know if it's got canceled or not. And if it's not, we definitely are going to talk about it next week and show some clips of like breakdancing. Speaking of Olympics, that seems like a nice segue to a couple other Olympics. Since it's happening right now. What have you guys caught? Anything in particular?
Girls volleyball. I watched girls volleyball yesterday.
Tell me about it, dude.
Yeah.
I did as well.
Yeah.
A little too scrawny for my liking. You guys keep going. I'm gonna answer this phone.
Real quick, Andrew, we got to step our game up because Noah's not here to ask these questions.
Real quick, we got a surprise guest though.
Oh. Who we got? Hey-o, what's up, brother?
I saw him popping in and out.
Yo,
Look
I was like, which hidden dimension was he from?
Yo,
It's Kevin Smith, our first guest.
Oh, Kevin Smith.
Oh, that's a nice one for listeners of the show who remember. He was our first. You remember he came in as Kevin Smith.
That's
oh,
funny.
one
dude.
time call.
Is he the real Mr. Smith?
One-time caller. Where's your hockey?
Where's your
jersey?
ding, dude? Where's his ding? Ding.
Yeah.
Give
Oh.
him some air horns, dude.
We're.
Oh,
there
we
they
can
are.
make the sound effects if you want.
Yeah.
Well, so is Kevin Smith the real Mr. Smith? Are you talking Matrix or Mr. and Mrs. Smith?
Clerks. Clerks guy.
The Clerks. Oh, okay.
Oh man. So yeah,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
women's volleyball.
So last week we had real quick. So we had Notice Young on last week, and he talked
Oh,
a little bit
yes.
about.
Shout out Notice Young.
Yeah, dude. His album, man. I listened to his. I bought it on that Bandcamp, and then listened to it on the
nice.
way home, and the next couple of days, man, just running through it. But you mentioned something about like breakdowns with the studio and stuff like that, or.
Oh yeah.
So-
I know that's a long story, but yes.
So my question was,
Go ahead.
when we asked him, he was almost like really adamant about kind of doing and producing everything himself. Have you
Yes.
found that avenue yet, or is that something that you're looking towards?
I feel like early on I was trying to be more DIY about it, but when it came to me and my producer, we worked together since he lives as a roommate. He's about to move out because
Sure.
of course he's having the kid. But as for the last year or so, we were doing everything in house rather because of the studio
Right.
essentially falling apart.
4DHX
Yeah, but-
kids.
Yes, 4DHXH. And well, yeah, the studio. Yeah, I had a studio in LA for like 2 years, and then some things came up at the very last minute, and it just got us evicted. Some stuff stolen. It was a lot of stuff, kind of culminating at once. So, thankfully, I was able to get out of there, like unscathed in some way or another. But once we moved things in house, like, I think for about a year we were going to a studio paying $150 to $200 in Upland for like 12-hour sessions and stuff.
Wow.
And
That's a good
well, shout out
price.
to Bad Genre though. They had
That's
a
a sick
really good
price,
studio.
yes.
Yeah, they had a really good studio setting. So I might even go back to them once all the things are moved out of the house. But regardless though, when we did everything in house, the one thing that is important, because I even do this when it comes to recording the newscasts. So yes, if you want my real name, you gotta listen to the newscast. Anyways, when I do the newscast, it's about perfecting the way you record, your distance from the mic, how you project yourself, and how you enunciate words. It's all these things taken into consideration. So I mainly perfected the way I MC and record and perform,
Right.
and breath control and all that. But yeah, when it comes to producing, I did that more when I was a lot younger, and I haven't revisited that aspect. You
Right.
know, I know you were asking about doing all those pieces yourself, but for me, I was doing that more with the visuals, with the graphic design and the videography, because that was mainly my trade, what I have a degree in and such.
Cool.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I hear like all of those things that you're juggling as well by doing that can take like a lot of brain space of like how you're thinking. Because I've also heard like other artists, like we've talked about like Blue and Exile in the past.
Yeah, shout out Blue.
I know Blue said that he's it's hard for him to write lyrics when he's in a mind state where he's producing beats. You know, because he's just thinking about samples and chopping it up and what the beat count's going to be like and all of that. And then when he's in the writing mindset, he can't cook a beat for anything. Like, you know, and I feel that sometimes from either I'm editing one thing or working on whatever, it's hard to like kind of get into cooking another thing. Like if I'm working on graphics, it's hard for me to cook a beat.
Yeah,
Or, you know
at
what I
some
mean?
point
Like,
you spread yourself too thin when you're trying to
Exactly.
do too much
Yeah,
at
yeah,
once.
yeah.
That's one thing that I've learned when it comes to this. I've been doing this for about 10 years now.
So he's not new to this. He grew in this.
Hey,
Yeah, for the general population, because I know there are plenty of people who are spread out all over that are listening to this. It's for the general population. Where was I going with that? I may appear as a new artist, but I'm seasoning it, you know.
Let's go.
And it takes you being seasoned in it to appear as a new artist that is fresh, and you know, I guess how would I say?
Like reinventing yourself in a sense, or just kind of.
I rebranded really early in the year, so I feel like that's already been said and done. Just but just like I said. To a cold audience, when you're a new artist to them, so it doesn't matter how long you've been doing it for. Is my point.
Right.
Yeah. Because it's new to them,
Yeah. You guys want to? Okay, let me look up this. We were talking Olympics. Here's a little something that I let's see. Boop, 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 boop. Let's see if I can get this to work, and it should be working now.
Are you screen sharing right now?
I'm about to be screen sharing. Do you guys remember? Do you guys hear about this? Do you guys see this at all?
What does it say?
We'll watch it. We'll watch it real quick.
Oh no.
Here it is. Here it is.
Olympics only fans.
Well, there's two. There's two so far that I've heard of people who are in the Olympics that also have OnlyFans. So I don't know if you guys saw this. Basically, he was pole vaulting, and oh wow, we're not watching the clip, but my boy's lap hog, freaking got him to hit the pole and cost him the gold medal.
Wow.
Yeah. So now, yeah. So there's videos of like just scraping it, dude. I haven't shown my lady. I don't want to show my lady the video. I'll cry. But yeah, I guess now he's gotten like a 24 man, I forgot the exact number. I'll have to see it right now when it gets back to it. But from to make adult videos, NSFW videos, I believe, as the kids say nowadays.
NSFW's been around for a very long time. That term.
Yeah. I've been on Reddit, but yeah.
You know what's up. Though.
So I forgot exactly how much. Let me see what they quoted them at.
Did that first picture say 250,000?
I think that's what it was, right?
Yeah, that's what I saw.
Yeah. So 250,000 for that, and NSFW mishap is how they're calling it. Yeah, dude, for an hour-long webcam show. So we're not even talking about signing a contract, my guys.
No.
We're just talking about 1 hour-long NSFW video.
The real question is, what would you do for 250,000?
Well, I mean, the sad thing about all these Olympic, athletes are like they work a 9-to-5 regular day job.
Most
the
of them.
most of them do. The other 3 years of when they're just while they're training for this. And so it's crazy for that because there's also videos and photos of other athletes that were, I guess, the where they were staying at was really unlivable, and they were people. A gold medalist was I think caught staying in the park. Andrew, I think I sent you that one.
Oh my.
Yeah, he was napping in the park.
Yeah.
He was napping in the park. I mean,
They have like cardboard beds. Have you seen those?
that was like last year, right?
They
I'm
did
sorry,
again.
the last. Oh, they did it again.
Yeah.
And I believe
it again.
what they did it again. I believe the reason that they said that they did it 4 years ago or in the last Olympics was because I guess it just turns into like hedonism over there, like just everyone's just sleeping with everybody out there, like athletes in their top peak and just sleeping with anybody. And so that's why they were like, oh, we got to put these cardboard beds so it'll make it, I guess hopefully people won't do it. I don't know.
Yeah, they're gonna make forts.
Yeah. I mean, there's a couple. That's awesome. That's awesome. You know what? I'm probably gonna be the one there making forts. Like, you guys are gross.
They're gonna play house.
You guys are gross. I'm making friggin' what was that Disney show, Andrew? Out of the Box.
Which?
Out of the Box. It was. Yeah. Out of the box. Okay, so there's. What's up?
No, I was gonna say, did you hear about the Philippine gold medalist and everything that he's getting for what?
No, I did see something about it, but I did not get to read into it. So what is? It's the Filipino gold medalist that.
He's the first, male gold medalist for the Philippines. So with that, let's see, they're going to give him a fully furnished 2-bedroom condo worth $415,000, $10 million in cash worth $173,000, $52,000 also in cash, a lifetime of free colonoscopies and gastroenterology.
Sign me up, my guy. What's up, dude?
But once he turns 45, he's 24 right now. So once he's 45, he has him for life.
That's if he
free oil checks, dude. I love
it. Free oil checks.
Man, the French pole vaulter is getting offered $2,500 for just having his meat hit a freaking pole, bro. What the heck?
Jesus.
Dude, this guy gets a lifetime of free cookies, an iPhone 16, and a free engineering design by Nexa Engineering.
That's pretty cool.
And free ramen for life. And free buffets.
Oh, wow. Really breaking the bank on that top ramen, huh? That is insane. Yep. That's really cool, though. I did read that. And, you know, like we were saying, these Olympic athletes, they work 9-to-5 jobs while they're not training for this, you know? So it's awesome that, you know, they're going to be able to get some kind of, you know, compensation for winning for their country. There was this other athlete, this Olympic bronze winner. She's from Canada. That she also won the pole vaulter. So what is up? There's something with the pole vaulters. I think they're either like twerking or just got just a thigh slapper. Cause this lady, I guess, Alicia Newman. She celebrated her Olympic bronze by twerking to the crowd. She also has an OnlyFans. So she had an OnlyFans prior to this, so maybe she's not working a 9-to-5 job, and she's probably killing it. I feel
like your algorithm's really specific about Olympic topics.
What's up? That's so weird. That's so weird that you say that.
You're breaking
I mean, the Olympics is a good promotion, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. So I guess
I'm staying up till like 2 a.m. to watch too.
That just makes me think of like being on Comedy Central, watching that at night, and like hearing those little things for Girls Gone Wild, the little xylophone.
My goodness. Well, you know, I remember as a kid there was like, not just the late at night stuff. I don't want to look back at that, but more like I swear there was like a whole league where people were playing in lingerie.
Oh baby, let's go XFL.
Something.
Is that XFL? And I believe it was owned. Oh no, or was it the lingerie football league?
Still, lingerie football league. That still exists to this day. I remember checking like less than a year ago. I'm like, oh,
is my favorite player still on?
Is my favorite player?
She had 2 kids,
and she's on still because she got a family to support. Exactly. I gotta ask. That wasn't the one that Vince McMahon, right? XFL. He was XFL. Okay. Well, I gotta show this photo. I don't know if it's on there. Is it there?
Hey, if you get a chance, I sent you a TikTok on all 3 outlets. If you could play that video, that's probably one of my first TikToks that was actually done well.
Okay, so this is the screenshot of the twerker.
I think the real question is how double jointed her elbows are.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Twist the hands.
Looking like a whole 90 pounds and
the elbows look like they're just locked out the opposite way.
Man, that is hilarious. Okay, I'll get that video ready. We'll listen to another one of these jams. Woe Is Me or 2:22 a.m. Okay.
Let's do Woe Is Me. That's off of Fade Into Depths.
All right.
Yeah, there's a whole story behind that, but yes, let's definitely take a listen.
All right, this is Woe Is Me
by Fushika.
Let's go.
Tell me what he does with his evening.
First things first, tell me what it's up. Baby, you know you my addiction, maybe something short. These other lanes get to talking, I don't give a first place in the race, tell them give it up. Yeah, you know what's up. You can get it all depend on what you want. All that I ask is you don't leave me in the dark. Going too fast, baby, need to put that shit in park. Love the feeling when I rip that shit apart. I'm a superstar, you know you a mark. Don't know who you are, but I know you really like the part. I'm a space guy, once I send them for the Mars, send them for the Mars. We don't stop, we don't break. I'm on top, woe is me. We don't stop, we don't break. I'm on top, woe is me. Woe is me, suffer too much. Woe is me, y'all patronizing. Woe is me, I'm paralyzing. Woe is me, now compromising. We don't stop, we don't break. I'm on top, woe is me. God, if I don't need another breakdown. When I bow to pray, the only time I face down. I predict you plotting, flopping on the same sounds. Too much psychedelics, wonder how you came down. Delusions of grandeur or ether, ain't no in between. Tired of the recklessness, I made the choice of balancing. Thinking, pushing fingers into eyes of some duality. You're feeling like you're up, but fantasize about mortality. Still feel pity, maybe guilty, but you're filthy. For real, G, you're grilling me, not feeling me, considering your apologies are mocking me. I'm feeling the hypocrisy, taking us for granted, turning passion into passing. For the better or for worse, don't you discredit our work. Me and kid are putting all the hustle in, just for the fuck of it. Giving you the punishment and encouragement. Out the firmament, you keeping up the turbulence. Don't break, make it change, keep the mindset separate. Don't break, make it change, keep the mindset separate. Don't break, make it change, keep the mindset separate. Don't break, make it change, keep the mindset separate. Woe is me, no empathy. Woe is me, you empty me. Woe is me, you're killing me. Woe is me, you're banishing. Woe is me, no empathy. Woe is me, you empty me. Woe is me, you're killing me. Woe is me, I'm banishing. Break down, break down, break down, break down, break down. Break down, break down, break down. Break, not change. I suffer along the way.
Woohoo!
My oh my.
That was "Woe Is Me" by.
And
That's
Kid
right.
Process featuring Kamiyata.
All right, and off of what's the project one more time?
Fade into Depths.
Fade into Depths.
Yeah.
And I knew instantly when I heard those breakcore drums, dude. I knew Luis was like, "What's up, dude?" I told him too.
Yeah, the whole album is predicated on jungle drum and bass sounds. You know, I know you mentioned breakcore. I know that's also within that same history, same mold. You know, breakbeat. You know, I would say that. Even when I first started recording a lot of my music, I was rapping on a good amount of juke beats and drum and bass and jungle type of beats.
Right.
But I feel like I ditched it for some time when I just going into different waves, different sounds as time went, you know, and then when I got into making this album with Kid Process, it was kind of like a return back to the roots of the sounds that I started with.
Oh, awesome.
But you know, with a more refined way of sounding and recording, you know. And as someone who, because I've been DJing a lot more often as well, so you know, in the midst of DJing, I've been learning how to do more mashups with the drum and bass sounds and stuff like that. So it's a really refreshing full circle when it comes to this.
What's one of your favorite mashups to do when you're like spinning at a party or something? Or like
This is interesting. I mean, so there's I listen to a lot of Nia Archives. Shout out Nia Archives. Her music has some really good breakbeat sounds, and she approaches her vocals with something else that's really cool. But she did a remix of Georgia Smith's The Little Things by Georgia Smith, and she did like a remix of that, and then, you know, so within that remix is really cool, but then there's a part in the, like a little breakdown and that song itself, and I'll play that, and then this one's so weird, but I'll play like a Cardi B Up acapella.
Let's go.
And I'll mix that in there. And every time I've played it on there, it sounds like it just fits in there for some reason. I'll just loop it and play most of up, then it's stuck, and then just like have it like mashed up throughout, and then go back to the song, you know?
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a really interesting way to approach things, you know? And then with other type of mashups, I'm trying to think which ones I've been messing with lately. I just haven't refreshed myself because I was mainly video editing for a couple clients and stuff. So I've been kind of focused on that lately. So
I feel that.
Yeah, but I love doing shows where I could DJ and also perform, so people could see that I know how to do a little bit of both really smoothly, you know. Like, I like listening to the artist because I know I'm an artist myself, and you know, and part of being a good DJ is being able to communicate with the artist, you know, back and forth, you know, and be able to give them what they need, you know?
Yeah, man, like those DJ mashups are always the sickest. One of my favorite mixtapes from when I was in high school, mashup-wise, was a Jimi Hendrix and a Biggie Smalls mashup of, I believe it was called the, Notorious Biggie Smalls Experience. It was a mashup of the names as well. And, it was so good. All along the Watchtower with like, Dangerous. Ain't nobody good bang with us. I was like, oh, dude, what?
No, one from Notorious Thugs or something?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It was amazing, dude. Andrew, you sent me a couple funny ones thanks to like social media as well. Like, I feel like I've seen like Nate Dogg and Snoop Dogg's Ain't No Fun, like with like a pop punk song or something along those lines.
I remember Gaslamp Killer played like a cumbia version of that. I was like, wow.
Oh, really? Oh, that's
like,
cool.
Ain't No
Yeah.
Fun. I was like, oh my God.
That's pretty rad.
Yeah. Like we opened up for him in like Vista. 'Cause that's apparently where he's from.
Oh, okay.
So I guess one of his early DJ friends was put that together where he booked him to that.
Yeah. I love listening to his jam. I believe he's on Grand Theft Auto 5, right? I believe he's on one of those songs.
Gaslamp
with
Killer?
him.
I believe I don't know if maybe on Flylow Radio. That's what I'm thinking.
You know it is, dog.
Yeah.
You know? We're shouting out Grand Theft Auto 5 stations. What's up, Fly Low, dude?
I know.
That's a good one right there.
You know, but I used to go to the Low End Theory quite a bit back in the day.
Yeah. I
so,
never made it to any of those shows, but they always look like sick lineups, a bunch of cool artists.
No, definitely. Like LA Underground is it's a whole different that's a whole rabbit hole in its own, you know, or just even being around that, you know, because there was like that Low End Theory in LA, and I was going to the Common Ground at the same time.
Right, so out here,
out here when it was popping off in Riverside.
Shout out Noah James.
Yeah, shout out Noah and Curtis King and all of them. You know what I mean? And I guess what I was trying to say is that there was just a breaking point within those years where, you know, kind of like how nowadays there's just like allegations just coming out like every other week now of either artists or producers or DJs getting themselves into some sort of trouble, or just like something that came back from their past to haunt them. And I feel like 2018 was like that year for a lot of those artists as well, you know. And I that kind of broke apart the whole underground. I feel like Gaslamp Killer was definitely one big one that was caught up in that.
Ooh, I'm not too sure about that.
Yeah.
I don't know like the allegations of that.
No, it goes. You don't have to go into detail, but what I'm saying is that's so seeing him resurface was kind of rare in itself,
right,
you know,
right, yeah.
in some way or another. But seeing where the scenes, what happened to the scenes, it broke apart a lot of scenes because people, like, even if they heard just a rumor, that was enough for them to completely break it off with another artist, you know, even if they built with them for so many years before that. I think we're just trying to say that, like, you know, as people, you know, you always have to be careful what you do, you know, around others, and to the point to where it doesn't come back on you in such a way that it hurts how your artistry is viewed, you know.
Yeah.
Because there are points where some people who could have been really good fans otherwise now are hit with a dilemma because they hear something about you, you know. So it's a lot to deal with. That's on top of the whole public imagery and the social media appearance of an artist. So, you know, like, you know, there's when you have public image or relations, that's what you've got to be faced. That's what you're faced with, you know.
Yeah, Andrew's favorite thing he always says his favorite thing about the Hateful Eight is the production company.
Hateful Eight. Oh yeah.
You guys got to look that up. And
we got a fun line.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, we got about 4 minutes before we have to get out of here.
Okay.
I want to say thanks again for taking the time being part of the show. You guys are tuned into Palmtrees and Progress Presents. Don't forget to check us out on social medias at Palmtrees in Progress. Check out our website for all the merchandise, palmtreesinprogress.com. Luis, you got anything to say before we have to get out of here?
No, man. Thank you for coming in, and thank you guys, man.
Andrew, what about you?
Yeah, no, dude. Like I said, every week I love doing the show. Great catching up with you guys.
Texas back today.
Again, What'd you say?
I said he texted us back today.
True.
Yeah. No, I thank all of you for having me
You gotta
on.
get that TikTok
you know?
on, man. I think it'll make Luis laugh. I think it'll make it worth it for everybody. It's a pretty good one.
Yes, dude.
Yeah, we can splice little moments from there.
I'll have to load it. We'll save it for next week, but I'll have to load that one. I know I couldn't get it to load. Andrew sent me a banger of a video. It was heat. He's doing his part, killing it.
Love it.
But I guess with that being said, to finish it off, maybe play 222 in the meantime.
You know what? I don't know if we're
enough time.
I don't think we're gonna have enough time before that. We will try to fade off on that one. But
Okay.
do you want to plug in where they can find you one more time?
Oh,
and all of your
yes.
stuff?
I go by 4DHXH on all streaming platforms, on all social media, wherever you can find me. Yeah.
The newest project, Fade in the Depths.
Newest project.
Available on all streaming platforms.
With Kid Process, KIDD Process, and Fade into Depths. That's a whole drum and bass album, whole experience for that matter. And yep, I got Cherish. I played Woe Is Me with Kamiyata, and we'll fade off with 222 AM. And I appreciate y'all for tuning in.
Oh, man.
Thank you again.
No, thank you again for being a part of the show. Andrew, you got any goodbye words before we get going?
No, nothing much, man. Have a great rest of the week, everybody. Again, appreciate you coming on the show and letting us play your music. I can't wait to hear this last one, honestly.
Appreciate
You don't want to say
likewise,
anything about
man.
Jackie Brown and how your favorite thing about that is the production company as well?
Oh, gosh.
Look it up,
No,
Andrew. Look it up.
My comments to myself.
Yeah. I just want to, you know what? Can you look it up during the song and then we want to see your reaction? All right. Here's 222 AM by 4DHXH. Available on all stream platforms. Thanks again for tuning in as always to Palmtrees and Progress Presents on all stream platforms. All right. Take it easy, guys. Bye.
You guys.
Something about that synchronized time or something. Shout out to Juan, fool. Yeah. 222 off the Brujas brew. I've been getting gloom from the snooze. Now there's room for pulling through. 222 off the Brujas brew. I've been getting gloom from the snooze. Now there's room for pulling through. I'm barely pulling through all this emotionally. Feeling like this whole life is a broken dream. Nah. Picking up the pieces, reverting back to a fetus. Giving me all these reasons how badly I really need this. Meaning my digital success, meaning my spiritual aspects, ascending out of madness, mental inhibition in my past tense. All this pent up energy I got, damn, I cast it out. Without a doubt, I sing this song aloud. Not just here to move the crowds, I'm just here to clear the clouds. Respond to the cries for help from myself, expressing all the ways I felt hurt, like unsung embers. Got this cool sweater, so I still feel the burn.